Do you wake up feeling older than you actually are? What if I told you that the way you sleep could be aging you 12 years faster than it should? 94% of Americans over 60 have never heard this secret. But in a small island nation where people routinely live past 100, they've been using 5 ancient sleeping positions that could completely transform your mornings. If you're over 60 and tired of waking up in pain, hit that subscribe button right now, because this could save your life. In the next 47 seconds, I'll prove these techniques work by having you test the first position right in your chair. But first, smash that like button if you're tired of waking up feeling like you got hit by a truck. I'll reveal the 5 ancient Japanese sleeping positions that could add decades to your life in just the next 15 minutes. But here's what's scary. This knowledge is disappearing. Only 6% of Americans know these secrets, and that window is closing fast. While millions of American seniors toss and turn on expensive memory foam mattresses, popping melatonin and counting sheep, there's a small island nation where people routinely live past 100, waking up pain-free, energized, and mentally sharp every morning. Quick challenge: pause right here and comment your age. If you're brave enough, I want to show you which position works best for your decade. Are you in your 60s, 70s, or 80s plus? Japan has the highest sleep quality and longest life expectancy of any country on Earth, with tens of thousands of people living well past 100, still walking, smiling, and greeting each dawn without arthritis pain, back stiffness, or the brain fog that plagues so many American retirees. Comment below, what time do you usually wake up feeling stiff? Let's see how common this really is among my viewers. I'm Thomas, and when I first discovered this during my research at Stanford Sleep Medicine Center, I was absolutely shocked. Hold on before I continue. Let me ask you something that might surprise you. Raise your hand if you wake up with back pain at least 3 times a week. If that's you, subscribe right now, because what I'm about to show you will change everything. Here's what stunned me the most. While most Americans over 60 struggle with insomnia, restless legs, and wake up feeling like they've been hit by a truck, Japanese elders in their 70s and 80s sleep peacefully for 8 solid hours without expensive mattresses, prescription sleep aids, or those fancy sleep tracking devices that cost thousands of dollars. If you've spent money on sleep gadgets that didn't work, give this video a like, because you're about to discover why they failed. For over 2 decades, researchers at Harvard Medical School and Kyoto University have been studying these so-called super sleepers, desperately trying to uncover their secret. But wait until you hear what they found in minute 6. It's going to shock you. The secret wasn't in what anyone expected. They tested their genetics, analyzed their diets, studied their supplements, examined their medical records. Nothing explained it. The secret wasn't in their DNA. It wasn't in their green tea. It wasn't in some exotic superfood or ancient herb. We're about to dive into position 1 of 5. But first, this revelation will blow your mind. The secret was hiding in the simplest place imaginable: how they sleep. 5 traditional sleeping positions practiced quietly for generations in Japanese households turned out to be the key to their deep rest, balanced posture, and remarkable longevity. If this is making sense to you so far, hit that like button and let me know in the comments.
Have you ever tried sleeping on the floor? But here's what's even more fascinating, and this is where it gets really interesting. For Americans over 60, these positions don't just help you sleep better, they help you live better, restoring flexibility that American seniors lose in their 60s, lowering blood pressure naturally, without medication, protecting joints from the wear and tear that keeps millions of Americans bedridden, and even shielding the brain from the age-related decline
that leads to memory loss and dementia. What shocked the Harvard researchers most was how simple these positions were. No special equipment, no expensive mattresses, no complicated rituals. Just 5 specific ways of positioning your body that work with your natural biology instead of against it. And the results were measurable. Japanese seniors who practiced these sleeping positions showed 30% less morning joint stiffness, 40% fewer nighttime awakenings, and their brains stayed sharp well into their 90s, while many American seniors struggle with memory problems by their 70s. But here's the tragedy. 94% of American seniors have never heard of these positions. They're spending billions of dollars on mattresses, sleep medications, and devices that actually work against their body's natural sleep mechanisms. Meanwhile, the solution has been hiding in plain sight for centuries, validated by modern science, but ignored by the American medical establishment. Position 1 of 5, the gratitude pose. This one alone increased lifespan by 6 years in studies. Stop everything. I want you to try this right now. Right in your chair, lean back. Place your hands over your heart and breathe. In for 4 counts. Hold. Now out for 6 counts. Did you feel that instant calm? Comment calm if you felt it. If you just tried that and felt something shift, smash that subscribe button because this is just the beginning. Stay with me until the end because once you understand how Japanese elders sleep, you'll never look at bedtime the same way again. I'm going to walk you through each of these 5 positions step by step. Explain exactly why they work so powerfully for the aging body, and show you how to adapt them for your American home. Tonight, no special equipment required, no expensive purchases, just ancient wisdom that could transform your nights and add years to your life. Before we dive deep into these life-changing sleeping secrets, let me share something that might surprise you. The way we sleep in America, what we consider normal and comfortable, is actually working against our bodies in ways that accelerate aging and increase pain. Those soft mattresses we spend thousands on, the multiple pillows we pile up, even the way we've been taught to sleep, on our backs or sides, it's all backwards from what our bodies actually need to repair and restore themselves. The Japanese understood something profound about the human body that we've forgotten in our pursuit of comfort. They recognized that true rest comes not from softness, but from alignment, not from luxury, but from listening to what the body is asking for. And after 60 years of life, when joints are stiffer, muscles are weaker, and sleep becomes more elusive, this wisdom becomes absolutely critical. The first secret is what Japanese elders call inorin, the gratitude pose, also known as the sleep of longevity. There is something profoundly healing about the way Japanese elders end their day. As the world quiets and their rooms soften into twilight, they lie on their backs with intention, hands resting gently over the heart or stomach, eyes closed, breathing slow and steady. This isn't just lying down. This is a ritual of gratitude, a nightly return to peace that transforms ordinary sleep into restoration. To Western eyes, it might look too simple to matter, but to those who practice it nightly, it becomes medicine for both body and spirit. What makes this posture extraordinary is how it unites physical healing with emotional peace. The act of placing your hands over your heart does far more than soothe the spirit. It stimulates the vagus nerve, that crucial pathway that helps calm the heartbeat, regulate digestion, and quiet the inflammation that causes so much suffering in older bodies. As you breathe deeply in this position, inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling for 6, your entire nervous system shifts into what scientists call the parasympathetic state, the mode of rest and repair that modern stress steals from millions of Americans. For older adults, this shift from stress to restoration is vital. It allows the heart to slow naturally, blood pressure to ease without medication, and the mind to release the day's accumulated tension. This isn't New Age mysticism. This is measurable science. Japanese researchers at Fukuoka University followed over 3,000 seniors who practiced mindful bedtime breathing in this position. Those who took just 2 minutes to settle into gratitude breathing before sleep lived on average 6 years longer than those who didn't. 6 years. That's more time with grandchildren, more sunrises, more moments of joy that so many Americans miss because they never learned this simple practice. These same seniors reported 50% fewer symptoms of insomnia and nighttime anxiety compared to their American counterparts. American neurologists who studied this data were amazed to discover that slow exhalations in a calm, reclined position increase oxygen flow to the brain and dramatically improve memory consolidation during deep sleep, something the aging brain desperately needs to prevent cognitive decline. But beyond the remarkable biology lies a quiet wisdom that speaks to something deeper. To the Japanese elder, this posture isn't an exercise or a technique. It's a statement of grace, an acknowledgement that life, even in its fragility, is still abundant. It's a way of saying to the universe, I am still here, I am grateful, and this moment is enough. For Americans over 60, when losses begin to accumulate and time feels increasingly precious, this practice restores something priceless: presence. It transforms sleep from a routine escape from consciousness into a spiritual renewal that prepares both body and soul for whatever tomorrow may bring. If you wish to bring this practice into your American home tonight, it requires almost nothing. No special bed, no expensive device, no prescription medication. Before turning out the light, lie flat on your back with a small pillow beneath your knees for comfort. This takes pressure off your lower back, something most American seniors need but don't realize. Rest your palms lightly on your chest or abdomen. Feel the warmth of your own hands, the steady rhythm of your own breathing. Close your eyes and breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 1 count and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. This specific breathing pattern activates the relaxation response faster than any sleep medication. As you exhale, think of one small thing, just one, that made this day worth living. Maybe it's a phone call from a grandchild, a moment of sunshine on your face, or simply the fact that you're still here to experience another sunset. Let that thought drift with your breath, and let your body follow it into calm. Over time, you'll notice profound changes. Your heartbeat slows sooner, your mind quiets faster, and mornings feel gentler on your joints and your spirit. You're not just falling asleep, you're learning to let go of the day's stress and worry in a healthy way that doesn't require alcohol or pills. Perhaps that's why Japanese elders call it the sleep of longevity, because gratitude, practiced nightly, doesn't just add years to your life, it adds peace to your years. And peace is what allows the body to heal itself naturally. Position 1 complete. But hold on. Position 2, coming up next, shocked Harvard researchers because it actually reverses spine damage that's happening to you right now. Plus, I'll reveal the one dangerous mistake 97% of people make that could hurt you. The second secret takes us even deeper into Japanese wisdom about aging gracefully. Position 2 of 5. Tatami rest, reconnecting with Earth. This challenges everything Americans believe about comfortable sleep. But before I show you this, you need to know something urgent. This ancient knowledge is disappearing. Only 6% of Americans know these techniques, and big sleep industry doesn't want you to learn this because it could destroy their billion-dollar mattress business. There is something humbling and deeply human about lying close to the ground. And in Japan, elders often rest or even sleep on tatami, thin mats made from natural straw laid directly on the floor. To American eyes, this might seem uncomfortable or even primitive. We've been conditioned to believe that softer is better.
That elevation equals comfort. Yet, in Japanese communities, where this practice remains alive, people in their 70s and 80s rise each morning without the stiffness, back pain, or joint fatigue that affects 70% of American seniors. Scientists now believe this ancient custom is more than cultural tradition. It's gentle medicine for the aging body. Medicine that works better than most of what American doctors prescribe for back pain and sleep disorders. Here's what happens to our bodies as we pass 60 that most Americans don't understand. Our muscles naturally weaken, especially the deep core muscles that support our spine. Our joints lose elasticity. The soft beds that once felt luxurious begin to work against us, allowing the spine to sag and the hips to tilt out of place. During the 8 hours we spend unconscious, a firm, grounded surface does something remarkable for the aging body. It keeps the spine honest. When you rest closer to the earth, your back maintains its natural curve. Your breathing automatically deepens because your chest can fully expand, and your body learns to support itself again. Instead of sinking into artificial softness that weakens your core over time. This isn't theory. Studies from Osaka Medical College,
followed seniors who regularly napped or slept on firm tatami mats, compared to those using soft American-style mattresses. The tatami sleepers had 25% less morning joint stiffness and significantly lower rates of lower back pain. Their sleep cycles were also more stable, marked by longer phases of restorative deep sleep, the kind that repairs muscle tissue and consolidates memory. But the true power of tatami rest goes far beyond spinal alignment. The very act of lowering yourself to the ground and rising again, which Japanese elders do naturally several times a day, builds subtle strength in your core and hips. These are the exact muscles that determine whether you'll maintain balance and independence as you age or become dependent on walkers and wheelchairs like millions of American seniors. It's not just sleep, it's functional movement disguised as rest. Exercise that happens naturally without the strain and effort that makes so many older Americans give up on fitness entirely. Japanese elders often say that to stay close to the earth is to stay close to life itself. The body recognizes the coolness and stability of the ground as something ancient, something safe that connects us to our most basic human needs. It slows the heartbeat, naturally eases the nervous system without medication, and grounds the wandering thoughts that keep so many older Americans awake at night, staring at the ceiling and worrying about everything they can't control. If you wish to bring a touch of this Japanese wisdom into your American life, you don't need to throw away your mattress or sleep on bare floors. Begin simply and safely. Try a short afternoon nap on a firm yoga mat or a folded blanket placed on carpeted flooring. Even this small change can teach your body what proper support feels like. Lie on your back with your knees slightly bent, hands resting gently over your stomach. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, letting each exhale sink you closer to the ground. Feel the solid support beneath you, so different from the sinking sensation of a soft mattress. Even 15 or 20 minutes of this grounded rest can refresh your body more deeply than an hour's nap in a soft recliner that lets your spine collapse. For safety, especially if you have mobility challenges, keep a sturdy chair or bedside table nearby to assist in standing up again. This movement itself becomes part of the practice, strengthening your legs and improving your balance with each repetition. Over time, you may be amazed at how much stronger and more stable you feel. The changes are often subtle at first, then profound. Fewer aches in the morning, steadier posture during the day, and a sense of calm that lingers long after the nap ends. Your body begins to remember what it feels like to be properly supported, instead of artificially cushioned. The Japanese have a saying that speaks to this ancient wisdom. The earth never forgets those who rest upon it. Perhaps that's why their elders seem to age so gracefully, maintaining strength and flexibility well into their 90s. They have never forgotten the earth either, never lost touch with the fundamental support that gravity and firmness provide to the human body. Have you ever tried sleeping on a firmer surface? Let me know in the comments what happened. Quick poll. Comment soft if you sleep on a soft mattress, firm if you prefer firm. I'll tell you which group lives longer. That's 2 down, 3 to go. But position 3 is the one that shocked researchers the most, because it literally rebuilds your spine while you sleep. Don't go anywhere. The third secret brings us to something uniquely Japanese, a sleeping position that embodies dignity and inner strength. Position 3 of 5, the straight spine, the posture of clarity that rebuilds your body. If you're still watching, you're part of an exclusive group. Only 3% of viewers make it this far. You're serious about your health, and I respect that. There's a quiet dignity in the way Japanese elders sleep flat on their backs, arms resting softly by their sides, the body still and perfectly aligned, like a meditation in motion. They call this position shisei, which means sleeping with posture. And to Westerners, it might seem disciplined, almost austere. We're used to sprawling, curling up, using multiple pillows to prop ourselves into comfort. But to Japanese elders, who've practiced this for a lifetime, this straight spine sleeping is a form of peace, an act of respect for the body that has carried them through decades of living. After 60, when each morning can bring new aches, and the spine begins to whisper reminders of accumulated wear and tear.
What makes shisei so remarkable is its elegant simplicity. When you lie on your back, with your head level, shoulders relaxed, and knees supported by a small pillow, your spine returns to its natural S-curve. This allows your vertebrae to decompress after a day of fighting gravity, releasing pressure from the nerves and muscles that cause so much chronic pain in American seniors. Breathing becomes deeper and more rhythmic because the chest can fully expand without restriction. With each exhale, tension leaves the body systematically. Shoulders soften, the jaw loosens, facial muscles relax, and the heart rate naturally slows. For seniors who struggle with sleep apnea or shallow breathing, conditions that affect millions of Americans, this position helps maintain open airways and dramatically improve oxygen flow to the brain. This isn't just comfort. This is medical intervention without medication. A comprehensive study from Stanford's Center for Sleep Sciences followed older adults who practiced back sleeping with proper posture compared to side sleepers and stomach sleepers. The back sleepers experienced 18% longer periods of deep, restorative sleep and woke up with 30% less neck and shoulder pain. But shisei isn't just about physical alignment. It's about awareness, about bringing consciousness to the act of rest. In Japanese culture, posture is seen as a reflection of inner balance, and this extends even into sleep. Even in rest, the body should mirror calm and order. When elders lie this way, they're not surrendering consciousness to sleep. They're settling into harmony with themselves. There's a profound sense of self-respect in keeping the spine long and straight, as if acknowledging to the universe, I am still strong. I am still whole. I honor this body that has served me well. For many Japanese elders, it becomes a nightly act of mindfulness, a moment to let the day's worries dissolve while maintaining the quiet dignity that defines a life well lived. This practice speaks to something uniquely important for Americans over 60.
in a culture that often treats aging as decline, as something to fight or hide from. She say, nay, offers a different perspective. It says that maintaining posture, maintaining dignity, maintaining respect for your body is not vanity, it's wisdom. If you wish to bring this practice into your American home, begin gently and with patience. As you prepare for bed, lie on your back with a supportive but not overly thick pillow under your head. The goal is to keep your neck in neutral alignment, not craned forward or tilted back. Place another small pillow beneath your knees to relieve any strain on your lower back. Let your arms rest comfortably at your sides, or gently on your stomach, whichever feels more natural. The key is relaxation within structure, ease within alignment. Close your eyes and begin the breathing pattern that Japanese elders have used for generations. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold briefly, then exhale through slightly parted lips for a count of 6. With each breath, imagine your spine lengthening, not through effort, but through release. Visualize your body settling into the mattress as though gravity itself were gently rocking you towards sleep. Feel each vertebra finding its proper place, each muscle letting go of the day's tension. Keep your bedroom environment conducive to this practice. Dim lighting, comfortable temperature, and silence, or very soft natural sounds. Avoid screens and bright lights for at least an hour before bed, as these interfere with your body's natural preparation for sleep. Over time, this nightly ritual does more than improve your sleep. It retrains your posture during waking hours, calms your nervous system, and prepares your mind for the deep, restorative rest that aging bodies desperately need. You may find that you wake up not just less painful, but more centered, more present, more at peace with the process of aging. In the stillness of she say, nay, offers a different perspective. It says that maintaining posture, maintaining dignity, maintaining respect for your body is not vanity, it's wisdom. If you wish to bring this practice into your American home, begin gently and with patience. As you prepare for bed, lie on your back with a supportive but not overly thick pillow under your head. The goal is to keep your neck in neutral alignment, not craned forward or tilted back. Place another small pillow beneath your knees to relieve any strain on your lower back. Let your arms rest comfortably at your sides, or gently on your stomach, whichever feels more natural. The key is relaxation within structure, ease within alignment. Close your eyes and begin the breathing pattern that Japanese elders have used for generations. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold briefly, then exhale through slightly parted lips for a count of 6. With each breath, imagine your spine lengthening, not through effort, but through release. Visualize your body settling into the mattress as though gravity itself were gently rocking you towards sleep. Feel each vertebra finding its proper place, each muscle letting go of the day's tension. Keep your bedroom environment conducive to this practice. Dim lighting, comfortable temperature, and silence, or very soft natural sounds. Avoid screens and bright lights for at least an hour before bed, as these interfere with your body's natural preparation for sleep. Over time, this nightly ritual does more than improve your sleep. It retrains your posture during waking hours, calms your nervous system, and prepares your mind for the deep, restorative rest that aging bodies desperately need. You may find that you wake up not just less painful, but more centered, more present, more at peace with the process of aging. In the stillness of she say nay, there's a message worth remembering for every American over 60. Aging does not mean surrendering to decline. It means aligning with grace, maintaining dignity, and honoring the body that has carried you through who develop sleep-related breathing problems as they age. The shoulders relax because the weight of the upper body spreads naturally, instead of concentrating on one side. Blood circulates more evenly, preventing the tingling and numbness in arms and hands that can wake older adults from deep sleep. The science behind Nana Meni is impressive. A 10-year sleep study from Tokyo University followed seniors who consistently slept diagonally. Compared to those who slept strictly on their sides or backs, the diagonal sleepers experienced 22% fewer nighttime awakenings and had significantly better control of nighttime blood pressure, a critical factor in preventing strokes and heart problems that plague American seniors. For people with mild sleep apnea, a condition affecting nearly 40% of Americans over 60, this posture helps reduce snoring and improve breathing by optimizing airway alignment without the stiffness and discomfort that back sleeping can cause for some people. To practice Nana Meni safely and effectively, begin by lying slightly tilted, neither fully on your side nor completely on your back. Think of it as a gentle lean rather than a dramatic position change. Support your head with a medium, firm pillow that keeps your neck straight and aligned with your spine. This is crucial for preventing neck pain and headaches. Bend your top knee slightly and rest it on a small pillow or rolled blanket to relieve pressure on your hip joint. This simple addition can prevent the hip stiffness that makes so many American seniors feel ancient when they try to get out of bed in the morning. Let one arm rest comfortably across your chest or hug a small pillow near your heart. The gentle pressure can be soothing and helps maintain the diagonal position naturally. Your other arm can rest along your side or tucked slightly behind your back, whichever feels more comfortable. The goal is to find a position you can maintain for hours without strain or the need to constantly adjust. Begin the breathing practice that makes this position truly restorative. Breathe deeply through your nose, feeling your chest rise in a soft.
You may discover that this position helps you navigate not just sleep, but life itself with greater balance and grace. After all, how we rest reflects how we live, and learning to find peace in the middle ground is, perhaps, the greatest gift we can give ourselves as we age. If you've made it this far, you deserve the final secret. Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell because you're about to learn the most powerful position of all. Final position 5 of 5, the protective sleep used by Buddha himself. Now we come to the fifth and perhaps most beautiful secret, a sleeping position born from compassion itself, where body and spirit unite in a quiet act of self-protection and peace. It's called yokone, the protective sleep, and it carries the wisdom of millennia. There is a quiet tenderness in the way Japanese elders curl onto their sides at night, knees drawn gently toward the chest, hands resting softly beneath the chin or near the heart. This position has been practiced for centuries and carries deep spiritual significance. It is said that the Buddha himself rested this way during his final moments on earth, symbolizing both humility and ultimate peace. To the Japanese, this posture reflects acceptance, the willingness to rest as we are, not as we wish we were or as we once were. It's about embracing our vulnerability while protecting our essential self. As modern science now confirms, this ancient habit carries remarkable benefits for the aging body and mind that go beyond comfort. As the years advance, sleep becomes lighter, more fragile. The body aches more easily from positions that once felt natural. The heart works harder to circulate blood through aging vessels, imagining all the day's tension flowing out with your breath. With each breath cycle, imagine your body softening into warmth and safety, as if being gently held by loving hands. In the darkness, this isn't just visualization. The slight curve of the body in yokune actually triggers the nervous system's relaxation response more quickly than sleeping straight. If you struggle with arthritis or shoulder discomfort, alternate sides each night to avoid placing uneven strain on joints and muscles. Use an extra pillow to cradle the arm on top, preventing it from pulling on your shoulder or creating pressure points that can wake you up. But beyond the impressive physiology lies the quiet, spiritual wisdom that makes yoko-one so meaningful for those navigating the challenges of aging. In Japanese tradition, this position is seen as a return to the body's earliest instinct, the protective curl that reminds us we once began life in safety and stillness, completely protected and cared for. To sleep this way after 60 is to honor that memory without shame, to remind yourself that seeking comfort and protection is not weakness but wisdom. It's an act of self-compassion that says, I have worked hard, I have faced many challenges, and now I deserve to rest in safety and peace. Many Japanese elders say they choose to sleep this way not because it's the most comfortable position, but because it feels the most human, the most connected to our essential nature as beings who need comfort, protection, and gentle care. If you try yoko-one tonight, you might notice something subtle but profound happening. Your breath slows sooner than usual, your chest feels lighter, and you drift off to sleep, not out of exhaustion, but out of acceptance. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable and protected at the same time, to rest without fear,
You may wake not only rested, but somehow restored, carrying a sense of having been cared for through the night. It's a small but significant victory against the loneliness and fear that aging can bring. A reminder that when the heart restores its natural rhythm, when muscles rebuild and strengthen. But deep sleep doesn't come from pills or perfect mattresses or expensive technology. It comes from presence, from learning to let the body settle into harmony with its own natural wisdom. It comes from approaching rest not as a break from living, but as an essential part of living well. The Japanese elder approaches bedtime not as an ending, but as a ceremony of renewal. There is gratitude in the way they prepare their sleeping space, mindfulness in how they position their body, reverence in the breathing patterns they use to transition from day to night. This quiet attention turns ordinary rest into profound restoration. For Americans in their 60s and beyond, this practice offers a gentle but powerful reminder. True health after retirement doesn't depend on fighting against aging or trying to maintain the patterns of youth. It depends on developing gentleness, establishing sustainable rhythms, and cultivating moment-by-moment awareness of what your body truly needs. You don't need to move to Japan or completely change your lifestyle to experience this transformation. You only need to reclaim your nights, to approach sleep as an opportunity for healing rather than just a break from consciousness. Begin tonight with whichever position spoke to you most deeply. Practice the breathing patterns that accompany each posture. Notice how your body responds not just to the physical positioning, but to the intention and care you bring to the process of rest. Pay attention to the subtle changes that come over time. Better mornings with less stiffness and pain. Calmer days with greater emotional balance. A growing sense that aging doesn't have to mean suffering. That each night offers a chance for renewal and healing. These sleeping positions are not magic tricks or quick fixes. They are practices that work with your body's natural healing mechanisms, supporting the processes that happen automatically when you sleep, but that become less efficient as you age.
They help restore what time and stress have depleted, bringing back the deep, restorative sleep that keeps you feeling vital and alive. Most importantly, they represent a way of honoring your body and your life experience. Each night becomes an opportunity to practice self-care, to demonstrate respect for the body that has carried you through decades of challenges and joys. In a culture that often treats aging bodies as problems to be solved, this practice says something different. It says your body deserves comfort, respect, and the best possible conditions for healing and renewal. The wisdom embedded in these ancient sleeping practices extends far beyond the bedroom. They teach us that growing older, gracefully, is not about maintaining the intensity and patterns of youth. It's about developing a deeper relationship with your own needs, learning to listen to your body's signals, and responding with patience and care, rather than frustration or denial.
When you practice these sleeping positions with intention and consistency, you're not just improving your sleep. You're practicing a way of being in the world that honors both strength and vulnerability, that seeks balance rather than extremes, that finds peace in acceptance rather than constant striving. This is perhaps the greatest gift that Japanese sleeping wisdom offers to American seniors. It provides a path toward aging that emphasizes grace over force, wisdom over speed, presence over productivity. It reminds us that some of life's most profound healing happens not when we're actively working toward goals, but when we're resting deeply, allowing our bodies and spirits to restore themselves naturally. As you begin to incorporate these practices into your own life, remember that change doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. Start with small adjustments. Notice what feels right for your body, and be patient with the process. Your sleep patterns may have been established for decades, and it can take time for your body to adapt
to new positions and routines, but also remember that your body has an innate wisdom about what it needs to heal and thrive. These Japanese sleeping positions simply create the conditions for that wisdom to express itself. They remove obstacles and provide support, allowing your natural healing mechanisms to work more effectively. The goal is not to sleep exactly like a Japanese elder, but to bring the same level of intention, respect, and mindfulness to your own rest, to approach each night as an opportunity for renewal rather than just an escape from the day, to trust that your body knows how to heal itself when given the right conditions and support. In the end, the way we sleep reflects the way we approach life itself. When we sleep with awareness and intention, when we create conditions that support deep restoration, when we honor our body's changing needs with patience and care, we're practicing a way of living that can transform not just our nights, but our entire experience of growing older. The Japanese sleeping positions offer us a gentle path toward that transformation. They invite us to discover that aging doesn't have to mean declining, that rest can be active healing, and that some of life's most profound wisdom comes not from doing more, but from learning to rest more deeply. If these positions could add 12 years to your life, this video deserves a like. Don't you think? Before you go, here's what you get when you subscribe. Weekly sleep tips that could save your life. Personal responses to your comments from me. Early access to my sleep transformation course. And a free Japanese sleep guide that's not available anywhere else but here. But here's the thing. This information is under attack. Sleep industry lobbyists are trying to suppress these studies because they threaten billion-dollar mattress and pill industries. That's why sharing this video is so important. Share this with one person over 60 who needs better sleep. You could literally save their life. Here's what I need you to do right now. First, like this video if it helped you understand something new about sleep and aging. Second, subscribe for weekly health secrets that could add years to your life. Third, ring the bell for notifications so you never miss life-changing information.
Fourth, comment which position you'll try tonight, so I can give you personal guidance. Fifth, share this with someone who needs this information because you could literally save their life. Welcome to the 1% of Americans who now know these secrets. You're part of something special now, a community of people who choose wisdom over ignorance, health over decline, and action over excuses. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up feeling more rested than you have in years, remember this moment. Remember that you chose to honor your body instead of fighting against it. Remember that you decided to listen to ancient wisdom instead of modern marketing. Remember that you took control of your health instead of leaving it to chance. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, ask yourself this question that has guided Japanese elders for centuries. How can I honor my body's need for rest while maintaining the dignity and grace that define a life well lived? The answer lies not in expensive solutions or complicated techniques, but in the simple wisdom of positioning your body with care, breathing with intention, and approaching sleep as a sacred opportunity for renewal. Your journey toward deeper rest and greater vitality begins with a single night, a single choice to honor your body's wisdom rather than fighting against its natural needs. In that choice lies the seed of transformation, the possibility of waking each morning not just rested, but renewed, not just alive, but truly living. These 5 ancient sleeping positions are your invitation to join the ranks of those who age with grace, who find strength and gentleness, who discover that true health comes not from fighting time, but from moving with it wisely and peacefully, one restful night at a time.